Hey there, Hyperdrive Pictures. I'm here with Ari Boyland, the blue RPM Ranger at Long Beach Comic-Con. How are you doing, Ari?
I'm doing pretty all right, to be honest.
Very nice. Is this your first Long Beach Comic-Con?
This is indeed, yeah, first Long Beach Comic-Con. This is my third con as a whole. I did Morphicon, Phoenix, and now this one.
So how's the con circuit been treating you then?
It's great. It's going really well. I mean, everybody's really lovely. It's awesome to meet fans. I love watching the cosplayers.
Yeah.
It's incredible, some of the links that people will go to.
Yeah.
But I just love it. I think it's cool. It's people just in their element, in their glee, just doing what they love to do. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Conventions are one of my favorite things to do. You meet so many cool people in costume, and I have to give them props because I'm not in costume today, and they were in costume waiting in line in the full suits and leather, and I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
It's pretty nice in here, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty hot out there.
Yeah.
So.
It's not as bad as it was earlier this week, but it's bearable. So RPM, I actually just finished literally this morning, and I came here, so this is kind of cool that I get to meet the Blue Ranger right after watching his epic finale. But take us back to that season. How did you originally, can you talk to us about the audition process for getting the role?
Sure. Well, which season? Because I actually, so they've shot Power Rangers in New Zealand for about, I don't know, coming up like 20 years, maybe? I don't know. They've shot a lot of Power Rangers in New Zealand. So every year it was like audition time for Power Rangers, and every year I would get rejected. And then it came to what was supposed to be the last season of Power Rangers. It was the last season that Disney did. So I was like, all right, I'm ready to go, get rejected again. And then I booked the part, finally, and I was like, yes, finally they're actually doing it. And so it was a long process for me to be on Power Rangers.
Well, you got it.
I did.
And it's, a lot of people have said that's actually the best season, and I just finished it today, but I think I agree with them. It had this sense of finality, and it seems like the writers wanted to go out with a bang. Was there that kind of sentiment on set where we have to finish strong?
Yes, they really. Well, the showrunner at the top of the season, Eddie Gazelian, really had the mentality of like, well, it's the last season. You know, things are really starting to wind down. We can either phone it in, or we could really try and make it something that is substantial, that is going to last the test of time. And he just went for it. He really went for it. Covered themes that really wouldn't get covered so much in a Power Rangers series, and a lot of the dialogue became a lot more adult and less kind of, but it was still fun. It was a lot of fun, and we knew while we were on set that what we were shooting was special.
And what do you think about your season made it so special? If you had to boil it down to one thing, people still rave about how great this season is years later.
I don't know if there's any one thing. I think the body of actors that we had are all very, very talented, and we were given scripting and story that we could really actually sink our teeth into and had substance behind it. So we were given the tools that we needed to be able to build something really, really great.
And you definitely did get to sink your teeth into some episodes. There was a lot of great character-driven episodes. What was the favorite character episode for you? Flynn was the Blue Ranger's name, yes?
Yeah.
What was your favorite Flynn episode?
It would be Ranger Blue, episode 10. Yeah, I got to be a firefighter, I got to be a policeman, I got to be an aid worker, like all this different stuff that basically made Flynn up as a character. You get that backstory. So that was by far the most fun that I had, absolutely. And just being a Scottish Ranger in general was awesome fun, yeah.
Do you relate to your character that much?
Yeah, I think I definitely have a sense of, right and wrong and doing good, sometimes to my own detriment. Not quite as much as Flynn, but definitely there's similarities. And I think that's the thing about any character is through that process is you find where that lives within you to be able to bring a truthful performance out. So there's always going to be an element of you in whatever you do as an actor.
Excellent. And one of the cool things, I watched Power Rangers back when it first came on in, 93?
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's had this tradition of, in addition to being fun and action-packed, also bringing some morals and lessons to everybody watching it. What was the favorite one that you thought your season got to bring to the table?
The favorite moral?
Yeah.
Don't give a computer the power to take over the world. I think is a pretty good moral standpoint to go from. I think it's very post-apocalyptic, so I think there's always elements of, like we're living in an isolated dome, we have limited environment. I think it becomes a microcosm of society and our environment as a whole, and that we really need to look after what we've got because we only have one of it. And it may seem vast and expansive and like we can never use up everything and we can never destroy anything too much, but the reality is everything that we have ever known is on this one little tiny planet and we don't have another one. So if we screw it up, we're screwed.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. And not just for kids. Actually, it's probably the adults that should listen to that, because those are the ones who are,
like world leaders. Go sort your out.
Sorry. No, it's whatever. So I want to transition from RPM over to the film you just released, Blood Punch, which actually has a lot of RPM in it.
It does indeed. The guy who wrote it was Eddie Gazillion, the show's the creator of Power Rangers RPM, and his wife Maddie actually directed it, who wrote the episode 10, the Blue Power Ranger character.
Oh, okay.
Episode. Yeah.
So, how exactly did this all happen? Did someone call? What was his name again?
Eddie.
Did Eddie call you guys and say I have this idea for a movie, or had it been brewing since RPM?
Eddie wrote the film and the characters for us three actors specifically in mind. It wasn't something that when he was coming up with the concept, with everything, he had his actors in mind for it. So in terms of writing and in terms of as an actor what you receive, it was vast and deep and awesome and just so cool to be a part of. But it really was that. He was like, I've got a film that I want you guys to come to America and shoot. So we got on a plane, came to America and shot a movie.
So you all came from New Zealand to shoot the film?
Yeah. All the lead actors are from New Zealand. Or Adelaide Kane is also in it, and she's Australian. Okay. But all of the other actors are from New Zealand.
Oh, that is crazy. Yeah. So, what was that like? I get the idea that, you and the RPM cast had a big camaraderie on set on the show, and then to move over to Blood Punch. Was that kind of weird to wake up and then go on set with, your Power Ranger buddies, but be doing much darker material?
It was awesome. It was really good. We had Olivia Tennant and Mila Cawthorne, who are also in Blood Punch. We've been working together for so long, and we've developed such a close relationship that in terms of working together creatively, it allows such a freedom and to be able to go so much deeper and to feel safe and comfortable to be vulnerable in what was a truly twisted piece of filmmaking. So it was hugely awesome, but it was that very weird, surreal thing where you're like, we're all Power Rangers and now we're doing something that is so far removed from that. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Without giving anything away to the audience, can you give us a little bit of describe Blood Punch a little bit? Log line?
Yeah, sure. So Blood Punch is about a group of 3 people who go away to a cabin in the woods to cook up a whole bunch of crystal meth on one day and make a buttload of money so they never need to work again. But they get there and there's a love triangle that's very dangerous, and basically things take a supernatural twist and people die and then they die again, and it becomes a cycle of kind of how to get out of this mess.
Yeah. And your character in Blood Punch, I thought was kind of interesting, was a little bit of a twisted version of Flynn, because at one point Flynn really wanted to be a police officer, but he gets fired, and then in Blood Punch you're a police officer who quits at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, quits and becomes a drug dealer, pretty much. There's it was a great character to play with. It was very, very twisted character. It was pretty dark, but in a fun, light kind of way. I just enjoy playing things that are different. So to go, especially when you compare Flynn to that character, they're so vastly different. But as I say, there's always an element of you as an actor in every character that you play. So, in every truck driver there is a librarian, and every librarian there's a truck driver. So finding that was fun.
Yeah. So the film's out on iTunes now. I think you guys have been taking it around festivals too.
Yeah. We're actually at another festival. We've kind of done the festival circuit now. I don't know how many we've done, but we won I think we had 12 nominations and won 9 awards. We gathered what we needed from that world to be ready for the releasing of it online.
Well, congratulations on all the awards.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're on iTunes, we're on Amazon. Oh no, we will be on Amazon. We're on Time Warner Cable, we're on PlayStation, we're on Xbox, we're on everything, apart from Netflix, not yet, but eventually we will be.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, where can we find you? I mean, I guess it's all on this poster, but where can we keep track with everything you're doing? Any projects coming up you want to tell us about?
Well, I've got a theatre company at the moment called Ammunition Theatre Company. We're doing a lot of work with them. It's a very philanthropic-minded theatre company through basically creating change through creative activism. You can also follow me on the official Ari Boyland Facebook page, and then my Twitter and Instagram, I need to read this because I don't remember any of it, is Ari Ray Boy, that's Instagram, and Ari Boyland, funnily enough, on Twitter.
There you go. All right, Ari, thank you so much.
No worries.
All right, take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching my interview with Ari. If you liked this interview, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what your favorite RPM episode was in the comments below, because I just finished this season and I'm still going over how amazing it is. If you liked RPM, you should definitely check out Ari's new film, Blood Punch. It stars a lot of his cast members from the show. I really think you'll like it. Links to that in the description below. And be sure to subscribe, because we've got more Ranger interviews and nerdy videos coming out every Wednesday. I will see you guys next week. Punch it!